are the most common challenges customers face when booking junk removal services? Who
Calling
wants
the
to
wrong
take this?
company.
Probably trying to get a price over the phone, or trying to, use you as to get, what they want. And, a lot of times I think a lot of us who are, answering that call or answering that message, or, it's very hard. It's very hard to fall into that give price over the phone trap, because you're either the first person or the middle person or the last person. Or if you have your sales pitch game right, you can learn how to beat all those steps. But you got to learn that. That's just what I've in my situation. What to answer that question?
That makes sense. He also says many people feel more connected and understood when they talk to a real person instead of navigating through automated systems. It's all about that personal touch, isn't it? Well, I do want to address that because things are changing and a lot of the automated systems do work. Just like if somebody sends a message into your website, you could have like an automated AI response, and saying that they're going to have a representative contact them right back. I feel like that helps. What other kind of automated, is anybody working with AI like phone answering system for their business at all?
Well, I'd love to hear that too. I have
Matt,
not heard. Yeah.
Matt, I
Yeah,
want to
for
hear
sure.
about that, bro.
I don't know if y'all have heard of Good Call, but it's goodcall.com. Right now it's $59 a month, so it's cheap. Unlimited inbound calls, and it'll have conversational AI. Or it'll have like full conversations. So it's conversational AI. And so when you set it up, you have to train the knowledge base. So you can tell it like, this is my pricing. You can tell it this is my hours. You can train it anything. And then, as it has more conversations, it actually does get smarter. If it gets stumped, you have the option of sending you and or the user a message to like help train the bot. So you get notified when it gets stumped, so you can go in and fix it and be like, oh shit, we got to address this question. So it'll have questions, it'll answer certain questions, but it'll also collect leads. So let's say somebody wants to chat with you, and be like, sure, let me get Matt. Hold on. Let me get your name. Let me get your phone number. Let me get your email. All right, I'm going to connect you now. So like, even if they disconnect, you're still collecting their info, and you can connect that to a Google Sheet, and there's other integrations. But yeah, it's awesome. You can transfer live calls. If someone says, I want to book an appointment, you can send them a text message with a link to your booking page. If they ask about pricing, you can send them a text message with a link to, information about your pricing. And so you can automate all that. Some people hate it, like there's going to be a certain percentage of people that absolutely hate AI. If they start cussing you out or asking for a live agent, you can transfer live calls to you. But
Can I actually say something? I have something about the AI answering thing, but real quick, guys. This video is sponsored by Autopilot. Are you guys sick of big tech charging you way too much for a CRM? Now's your chance. Check out Autopilot at autopilotapp.io. This channel is sponsored by Autopilot. Thank you. Sorry, I had that sponsored break right there.
Now I hate not talking to a real person. Me personally, I want to talk to a real person. I'll hang up on it.
Don't worry, Andrew. The bill's in the mail, man. From Fuhgeddaboutit for that sponsor.
So my question about AI is, I have a theory, and it's not my theory. I read it from some smart guy on Twitter. Is that this AI bubble AI is amazing, but that we're going to start seeing this overload of AI customer service, where people are going to start getting furious, and that the human element of the person answering the phone, everybody's going to resort right back to going back to on the phones, and they're going to having AI for after hours and all that stuff. That's fine, but the human element's going to be missing, and people are going to be like, I'm not going to talk to a business if I don't get a human. So I also, how do you feel about that, Matt Fitch?
No, I get so many phone calls with people saying, "Oh, you're a real person. I can't believe you answer the phone. It's a Saturday, it's a Sunday. I'm speaking to a real person." And me personally, if I call somewhere, that's just me. I don't know if I'm old school or what, but if it ain't a real person, I'm hanging up on their ass straight up.
Same,
100%. I agree.
If I call a local business, if it's T-Mobile, I don't got a choice, right? But if it's a local business or a restaurant, click.
Yeah.
I'm-
All right. So
I'm-
check this out. A percentage of people are just going to click hang up, right? And so when you're at different stages of the game, you got to focus on what your strengths are. So when you're small, you're the guy that always answers the phone. When you're huge and you're a corporation, you focus on your strengths, which are, automation and speed and structure and accountability, and so people are more likely to let the automation slide. But there's no way to scale Matt Vick answering 10,000 calls a week. So like if you wanted to scale beyond what you can do beyond your personal capacity, you're probably going to have to implement some level of technology. And I don't love call centers because I've never heard anybody say the fucking call center is rock star. All I hear is people say that the call center sucks. And I've hired call centers, had bad experiences. I mean, I don't know. I'd be interested to hear if anybody's had good experience outsourcing call centers. But
So Matt Fitch, check this out. Whenever I call anywhere, and who do I call all the time? I'm like, let me operator. I don't want to listen to the people with the machines and shit. I don't want to hear that. I'm pushing 111. That's just me though.
I just have to be honest.
It drives her crazy.
It drives me crazy because they just want you to answer, like on the phone, just say one word that will direct you to where you want to go.
Somewhere else.
And all he's doing is saying operator. It drives
That's
me
just
crazy.
me. That's just me though.
I start cussing at the machine sometimes, man.
That's how I lost my tooth. I got so frustrated at the Austin airport. You guys know that. Like I literally was on the phone with Uber trying to get somebody to talk English between the automated system and people not speaking English. I literally slipped and fell and lost a tooth. And
Now, if there's an instrumental playing, I'll start singing though to the JoJo for real. If there's an instrumental playing waiting,
I think these things can also help you. What everybody's saying is that you got to watch what you put on your SEO, on if you're paying for leads or if you're putting on Facebook or whatever you're doing, because a lot of people put call or message or this or that, and there's some clients out there who just don't want to deal with the person who says message. A lot of people like to deal with the person who says call. So you might get a lot of jobs just like that.
That's why you want to have different ways of contact on the website. So you have all of them on there, so it fits for each person. And Matt, I got to ask you this, bro, before I forget. And I want to move on after this because we have a couple of questions we got to catch up. But Matt, how much do you pay monthly for that AI call system?
$59 a month is what goodcall.com charges.
59, you said?
$59 a month. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty damn good price right there.
That is. And the way that you just explained it, Matt, I think the way Matt just explained it was nailed it on the nose, was perfect. When you get up to that big, when you got let's say 4 or 5 trucks going and everything, it's not going to be reality that you're going to be able to answer and give that personal touch on everyone. And if you are, you're literally going to be a slave. You're not going to be able to have free time to you at all. And the whole reason why we're doing this is to buy back our free time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So let's not forget that. So, I understand a lot of people don't want to deal with AI and all, but when you get to that scale, those people, I guess you're not going to be so concerned losing those people because you got so many other customers coming in and all. So we got a question. Sorry.
Well, wouldn't the best solution though just being hiring a VA and training them to be personal and know about your business for a month? And then just have the VA at a low cost.
Yeah, but what happens if they call in and they're sick or something like that? You're going to be dealing with always trying to make sure that somebody's answering the phones. It's just adding another task on you, where we're trying to get away from having so many tasks on your list every day. I'm talking about when you're scaling to a large, huge size. I'm not saying if you got a couple of trucks going and all and you're trying to maximize profits, then that might be a way to go and keep it more personable. But if you're getting where you're getting 20, 30 jobs a day, and I think the AI might be a way to go. What is like 1-800-JUNK in the franchises? Do they use the AI answering services?
They got
Does
a
anybody
lady.
know that?
I'm not sure.
Kevin,
No, they have.
Kevin.
Well, they had their own in-house call center, but that kind of got separated during COVID, and they started outsourcing to like India for some part of it, and they still had some of it. but a lot of them were working from home at that time, so it was hard to do the training. So they started outsourcing to call centers in India as well.